School started, and I'm miserable. I hate my classes, my friends aren't who they used to be, and I really miss Angela. Angela's a true friend. She's not like the friends I have now. My friends are so nasty. The only reason that I'm staying with them is I'm afraid that if I leave, they're gonna start bullying me too. I wish school was different. Mom and Dad said that if I made the high honor roll this year in school, I could go to Minnesota and visit Aunt Belinda this summer. I'm totally gonna do it. I did it. I made the high honor roll, and doing all that work kept me from thinking about all the things that were bothering me. I can't wait to go to Minnesota. Here I am back in Minnesota, and I can hardly believe it. I've got a feather bed to sleep on, there's a new calf in the barn for me to visit, and I get coffee with my breakfast every morning. And later, I'm going to lunch with all of Aunt Belinda's friends. Well, after that, Aunt Belinda wants me to meet her one friend who recently told everyone that she was a medium. I think she wants to take me to a seance. I know my mom and dad would think it was crazy, so would our preacher, but if I could maybe get some answers from beyond, just to let me know that everything was going to be okay, I think that'd be amazing. We just got back from the medium, and oh my gosh, it was unbelievable. We all sat around a table in a circle, holding hands, and the lights were out, and there were candles lit, and Ruthie had her eyes closed, and then she opened them and said that she felt a presence, and she said, "Yes, it's your great-grandmother Tilly." And oh my gosh, my heart was pounding so fast. She turned to me and said, "You are my beloved great-grandchild. Remember to always be true to yourself and come back to yourself again and again." It was amazing. But then Aunt Belinda said, "Well, how can we be sure that that was Great-Grandma Tilly talking?" And she said, "Go to the attic. There's an old picture of me sitting on a tractor." It was incredible. I've got the picture. It was exactly where she said it would be. I'm gonna copy it and get it made small and put it into my locket. I can't believe this. I have to show this to my mom. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be the start of a bunch of new conversations for us. I showed my mom the picture of Great-Grandma Tilly on the tractor, and she turned away from me and started crying. I hugged her and I asked her what was wrong, and she said that she loved Great-Grandma so much, but she had to leave. I didn't know what that meant, so I asked her, and she told me about how when she was younger, she wanted to go off to college and become a doctor, but her mom passed away, and then her dad started drinking really heavily, and he would spend money on beer and liquor, and then he'd hit her. And so she had to get out of there. So as soon as she finished up with high school, she left because Aunt Belinda couldn't take her, and she was already out of the house, and she was 14 years older than my mom. Well, then my mom met my dad, and they married. She married at 19, which is pretty young, but she really loved my dad. And then they had me, and she said that her family became her whole life. We hugged some more, and I think I really understand my mom now. I'm sure even Aunt Belinda has secrets that she's keeping. She could have told Ruthie about that picture and put it there so that I would see it. But I don't really care. It was really just nice to get some encouragement from her. And when she comes over next summer, she's going to tell us all about our heritage. And it's all going to be great. All these people that have suffered and loved and laughed and lived. And they've passed all this courage and generosity and kindness through us into our genes. I think the most important part of this is that my mom told me what was going on in her head and all of her thoughts, and she's not going to turn away from me anymore. School started and a bunch of amazing things have been happening. Angela just told me that she's going to be moving here to this neighborhood, so I'm going to be going to school with my best friend again. My mom started going to night school, so she's going to try to become a doctor. The other night, some poetry came to me. Beyond the veil lies the truth. Secrets lie in shadow, and wisdom comes in small doses. I swallow what I can, and I focus on my rainbow, rich and full of light.